Good morning, everybody. It's what is it? Today is Wednesday, the 28th, and it's sunny out already. It's supposed to be a pretty nice day out today. The Let's see what the temperature is going to be. Hey Google, good morning.
Hi, Lucky Dog. It is 7:59 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 55 and sunny. Today, it'll be sunny, with a forecasted high of 81 and a low of 58. Have a great day.
Well, that don't sound too bad. Anything 75 to 80 sounds good to me. It's the sun's nice and bright and shiny today. Yesterday it was a little overcast in the morning, wasn't it? Yeah, because then it got pretty nice. We had our friends from Crew England has been over here. They've been here almost a month. They actually leave this Saturday, so they said how fast time goes by. They get over here, and it's like next thing you know, a month is one over. But they come over almost every year. And actually, I think Ian and Ruth's their name, and I think Ian he buys the motorcycles, Harleys, and sends them back over and sells them back in England, and actually he can make a couple bucks on it, which that's pretty cool. I guess I don't know if it's the money exchange or they're just worth more or more sought out in England, but he's done that several times. So they came over yesterday. Oh, there's Larry. I should get about 50 with a good sun here in Milwaukee. Yesterday we went out to Pontoon Island, and they have a little ferry boat goes across, and some people there. It was from Milwaukee or from West. Oh, it was Minnesota. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking it was Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, they were from up there.
Someplace with lots of snow.
Someone liked snow. They was saying, "I bet you guys have a burn ban going here," and it's like we did have one for sure. We got a little rain, and then I think they but they had the fire danger up extreme yesterday, but it wasn't. Or extreme high, whatever. Anyways, Bev has 2 more days left to work. How cool that is. Have a big party. Oh, there's John. It's nice and warm. It's -4 degrees Fahrenheit there in Halifax. Oh my gosh. Now that is cold.
-4?
-4. Oh my gosh, John, you need to get down to Florida. It's pretty nice. And Ron's here this morning. Good morning, Ron. How you doing? How did your you said you took someone to the doctor yesterday, so that was your excursion. Well, we went out to Shady Oak.
Yes.
It's a little restaurant out on the St. Johns River. It had burnt a year ago, January. It had burnt, and they rebuilt it, and so it was all nice and new. And it's a pretty good little thing. Oh, it's +4. Okay, John said it was +4. Hey, I don't even +4, -4. When you get that cold, it is really cold. So I'm glad you're there, John, and not me. You need to get down to Florida. I think that's maybe his plans here in the future. Yeah, I complain when we're below 70. Now +4 is like, oh man. I've been in that because we lived in Ohio, and so it's 30 degrees there. That's what Larry said. It's 30 degrees there. So, that was a long trip yesterday, Ron. Gosh, how far did they have to go to the doctor? I was reading, or I was watching a stream on a guy. I can't remember his channel, but he was talking about he lives full time in his RV in different states and what it takes to go to the doctor. I guess some states. Some medical plans you have to go back to your home state, but he went through a whole thing about that. How far it'd be just go see your local doctor. I don't have a doctor, so I don't have to go. But anyways, that's quite a haul to have to go that far just to go see a doctor on it. So this coming winter, John said we'll be in Florida and Texas, etc., making the big trip to escape winter. Hey, John, you're gonna love it. I'm hoping next winter's a little better than this winter. It's really been a cold winter. For Florida, December, January is very cold, but now February is gorgeous. We had over 22 days of 80 plus, and so it was nice. Larry says Mike Wendland. Oh yeah, has talked about doctors on the road. Was it Mike Wendland? Is that the one?
Yes, no, it's Bob Wells.
Bob Wells. That's the one that was on.
He's the guy that started the RTR, the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous.
Okay.
I think he's the one that helped get it started.
Okay, so yeah, that was Bob that talked about that, and yeah, you know, that's something to think of. Ron said it was 2.5 hours one way. Wow, he spent 5 hours on the road.
He was at Charleston, I think.
I guess that's what he said. It was Charleston. You know, and so yeah, I guess Charleston would be a little distance from you. So yeah, we was watching yesterday the different things about that. Larry says Bev and I will probably get out of Wisconsin the first time next winter. Yeah, that'll be you'll love it. You know, anything that goes south. I came down here 20 years ago, never looked back. Yeah, I love it down here. It does get warm, but I can deal with warmth on it.
In the summer, yeah.
In the summertime, yeah. I mean, it gets a lot of people will leave Florida because they think it's too hot. But I can deal with heat. You know, I just have trouble dealing with the cold. Yeah, Bob Wells is Cheap RV Living. That's his YouTube channel. And I've watched him off and on. You know, I just happened to watch some of his. I was watching another guy's channel. What was his name? Nomadic Fanatic, I think.
Yeah.
He's out on the road. He had trouble with the transmission, and this was actually up here in Jacksonville where he was having this issue. Transmission went out in his he has a Class C, and he was going through all it took him to
Close to 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks till they got also you're going to do that same trip out in 3 months, Ron? Wow. So is this someone from your church that you take out there, or is that's quite a haul? I don't even like to go from here to Orlando driving on it. Well, anyways, he was about 2 weeks there at an Amico, and he bought it was almost like a condo, but it said it was a motel, but it was nice, you know. And so he was stuck there. He went down to St. Augustine and did some video on why he was here on it, but that was quite a thing, stuck out on the road like that on it. So yeah, Larry lived down here in Tampa, and he said he was okay with the temperatures in Tampa when he lived there. Yeah, I mean, you know, you learn to deal with when you're in the warmer climates. You learn to deal. I can get cooled down. I mean, gosh, we have the ocean. You can go to, you know, if you want to really get cold, go over here to one of the springs. We've got DeLeon Springs, and we've also got Blue Springs. And the temperature stays 72 year-round. Now, I don't go in there. That's too cold. I won't go in there. It's like, but a lot of people, they swim there year-round. If we get a little cold shot, if it's below 72, the water's actually warmer than the air. So there's always ways to cool down, you know. And for me, when it gets cold, it hurts. I mean, I find it painful when it's cold, where when it's hot, I just get uncomfortable. So that was always my thing on it.
We have air conditioning in the summer. It's like the opposite. In the winter, when you're in Ohio and Minnesota and Canada, it's cold, so you guys run the heat to stay warm.
Yeah.
In the summer, we're hot, so we run the air conditioners to stay cool.
Right, you have...
So it's just the opposite seasons.
Yeah, wherever you're at, you have times where you prefer to be indoor in a controlled environment, you know. Ron talking here, he said he took a lady from church there. He lives in Myrtle Beach, and he gets some warm summers, but I think he gets some pretty good cold snaps. He probably has a lot of cold snaps this winter up in Myrtle Beach, because I know we did, so you had to. On, I guess occasionally, on a rare occasion, they'll get a little snow there, but not often. But yeah, weather, you know, I talk a lot about weather, and but we're all weather sensitive because it affects you every day. You know, you're dealing with the cold or the heat, and so it does deal with. It's an important part of everybody's life, and it governs like where you're going. You know, if you're living up north, you might want to go south. I always did. All right. Hey, I was on my YouTube channel. I just reached over 100,000 views today, and that's a lot, but it's not as lot as some gets. You know, But so that was a goal. I always like to keep track of goals on it. I put up my daily vlog video today. I was out at our Roadtrek working in the radio up in the dash there. One speaker, the front one driver's side, just quit working one day, and I took it apart, and so I did a little video yesterday of that, and I posted that this morning. Trying to figure out why that speaker didn't work. I mean, it was a loose connection, and it wasn't. I messed around with the wires there and still couldn't get it to work. So it's either the wire in between the speaker and the radio, or the radio itself. So I was trying to figure out, but I put that video up this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't. So anybody watches that, got any ideas, give me an idea. It doesn't matter if it works. I don't listen to radio that much. I mean, when we're traveling, I'll turn it on, but it's hard for me to hear it on that side. Oh, you watch it? Good. I'm glad you watch that, Larry. I love it when people watch my videos and know that I at least got someone that took watch it, But yeah, and it's like I just kind of came up, but I did check the oil, and I'm amazed. Our Roadtrek has 166,000 miles on it. It doesn't burn a drop of oil. I mean, it does wonderful, Oh, thanks, Ron. 100,000 views. I wish I had viewers. I need more subscribers. I got plenty of views. I need more subscribers. They make it hard for you. You need 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just coming up. Won't be long. I'll be up to 300, but I need to get to the 1,000 mark. But yeah, I'm just amazed how good that's a Dodge 318 in our camper, and it's a good motor. I mean, it runs good. We haven't had, knock on wood, any problems with it. I've heard people putting 300,000 miles on those motors if you take care of them right. I'm a easy driver. I don't when I take off easy. People usually go around me, but it's like, I'm going to take care of the vehicle. So and I think that makes a big difference in how you run it. I don't drive fast. I don't razz the motor, and I take good care of them. Like I said, I talked to my local mechanic yesterday about doing a checkup before I leave our first long trip. Yeah, to have it all gone over, if you're going to go somewhere, just the little things might spot something, a belt, a hose. Those little things is the things can give you a problem out on the middle of the road, and it's good to have a mechanic just to look things over. If he sees anything, that belt's bad, just put a new one on it and get it done with.
Some people say they carry extras of certain things like that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. You need the tools, but it's
extra
good.
Belt.
Extra belt, and extra radiator hoses. Those are the things that aren't a lot, but they do take a little bit on it. So Ron said he's back up in the 70s up there in Myrtle Beach, and said we're getting close to 80s again. So you said my Roadtrek is stored directly across from the street from mechanic. How nice that is. That is great. You can't beat that.
That's cool.
So that's probably I watched a lot of these shows where there are people living in their RVs and their campers and that, and breakdowns is probably, I don't know, even if it's a car, that's one of my things that gets stuck alongside the road, and that's very stressful. And for me, I find that's the stressful part of traveling, is possibly having a breakdown. This Nomadic Fanatic, that's what it. He had that transmission problem, and he had AAA, and not to drown AAA so much, but we've had experience with AAA, and it wasn't good. He took 6 hours, 6.5 hours to finally get AAA to tow him out off the road, a busy road. Cars was buzzing by, and so it took him 6.5 hours to get out of there. And the first time he showed he told him the size. He had a Class C camper,
21,
like 20, no, it's like 27 feet. He said 3 or 4 times, he had that on tape, he told them that was the size. They sent this flatbed wrecker out. No way could it tow him out. It was too short, and finally he got the right one out. But roadside service is great, but it's not always. It still can be a lot of stress if they don't get the right equipment out there, how long it takes them to get out there. And another thing is to know where you're at. Sue had that trouble. This is a Chevy Express van, should be easy to find or have worked on. Yeah, I mean, some of these vehicles, like we have the Dodge 318, that should be an easy. And Larry also said I already have had to use my AAA to tow me out of the mud. Oh no, in the Roadtrek. Well, and I don't know. Sue used to have AAA. This guy had, what is it? Was it him? Had 3 of them. They only give you so many tows.
Tows, and you get 4.
And then you get 4, so they limit your amount of tows too on it. I guess what I was saying is, I mean, we've had bad experience with AAA. Sue had a flat tire coming down up by Georgia, and took. I mean, you waited. Actually, they never did come out.
I was there over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours, they never did get out there. A nice young man stopped and changed the tire for her.
A couple on their honeymoon.
Yeah, they were on their honeymoon coming to Daytona, And the rest is the R210P is always supposed to be hauled on a flatbed, from what I hear. Yeah, and that's flatbed's better because with automatic transmissions and stuff, if it's rear-wheel drive, you need to be towed from the back end to get the back end off. You don't want that spinning, or drop the drive shaft, and so that can be a thing. So that's something you need to know, how the proper way for your particular camper or car or any unit, how it should be towed. It seems like most of them do flatbeds anymore, and that's the way to go on it. So there's all kinds of roadside. We don't have any right now, but there's all kinds of roadside services, and I don't know if one's better than the other, but I guess there's a lot of videos out on that too. But it's just something to go on. Hey, let's just see if Google's got a joke. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Why are libraries so strict? They have to go by the book.
They have to go by the book. Yeah, because that's. My brother said, Ron said that my friend had to wait 4 hours for AAA. Yeah, I mean, they're there, but they're not going to be right there unless you happen to be lucky enough.
My issue was they couldn't figure out if I was in Georgia or South Carolina. I had just crossed the border from Georgia or South Carolina into Georgia, and they couldn't tell where I was, so they didn't know who to call, which AAA to send.
Well, and that's the thing. When you're traveling like that, it's a lesson to always really keep close track of where am I at, So just in case, you never know when something happens where you're going to be. And so, it's a good thing to know. Just where am I out at? You had
my
phone helped, had a GPS on it.
But my phone was cutting out.
All right, that's right. You was having issues with that phone, so you couldn't even really tell exactly where you were at.
Yeah, it kept just dying on me.
So anyway, that's something to really watch out close for when you're traveling.
And I had been to a AAA member for a long time,
and
like Larry. We'd had it for years and years and years, and that we'd used it a couple times throughout the time period. But that was the first time I ever had any issue with him.
Yeah, so that's it's just something you have. I don't know. Like I said, we don't have one right now. But if you're traveling a lot, I think it's good to have something out there on the road, so at least you can get to somewhere where you can get fixed.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of people have that Good Sam.
Yeah,
we have not investigated that yet. I wonder about that.
There's a lot of different roadside services offered out there, and I guess you need to know what they're going to do for you if you do need to use them or not on it. All right, I think we're going to cut out here for today there. I'm glad to see everybody come aboard. I just love it. People stop in and chat with us on it. And again, anyone that's watching this afterwards, if you want to talk about something, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll talk about it on the next day's chat there. Ron said this guy, he was in Columbia, South Carolina, and he was 2 hours from home. So yeah, I mean that's where we broke down, just down the street. But I was we had a tire blowout, and I changed the tire myself. They're not easy. Those Roadtrek tires are big, but we changed that. Oh, Lara said I buried my Roadtrek in the mud on Sunday and waited until Monday to get it towed out. Oh no, and muds, especially this time of year, there's a lot of mud, especially up north. You can just pull off anywhere, and man, you can go down in the mud so quick. It's just before you even know it. On. All right, again, I said thanks for everybody stopping by. Hey, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We have a little chat about 20 minutes or so every day. Just come on here, and it's been great. Been having John's been coming by, and Ron and Larry, and so it's fun. People stop by, and we just have a nice little morning chat. Have your coffee, and so everybody have a great Wednesday. Make it a good day. Again, we'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. So